Could your backyard use a little love this summer? Our Turf Mud friend Chris Kaiser has some tips that will take your yard from sorry to sensational. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
Well, let's give our yard a facelift. Let's start there. What are we talking about?
Just clean it up. To be frank, it's amazing how much better it can look if you take off those dead limbs, rake up some leaves, get some fresh mulch, take out any dead or dying plants, and replace those. It'll give you a fresh new look and make you feel better about the yard, and then begin to plan your improvements.
Well, okay, so we're going to be outside. Our yard is all freshened up. What about considering maybe zones? Would that be a fair assessment? Zones for play and kids? And
Absolutely. We call it backyarding. Pick your plan, right? What is it you want to do? Do you want to have a space for the kids, a space for the dogs, a place to grill, a place to enjoy the outdoors with your neighbors? We all got used to going outside during COVID. So plan that. And that's the key here, is to plan what you want, because the plants will grow into that design. So figure out the spaces you want. And it's amazing. Build it and they will come. I had a big space at my last yard, my last house, and I created for the neighborhood a soccer field. And it was crazy. Be careful what you wish for. Really got used. And so that's the key. Create a space for your kids. Get them outside. Get them a dog. And they'll use it.
Well, you made a suggestion here, which I think is really brilliant, even though the kids are out of school, to create a learning space. Explain what you mean by that.
Absolutely. Your yard is a classroom. At the Turf Mud Foundation, we have a lot of lesson plans. It was used very significantly during COVID, when parents found themselves educators at home with their kids. And so lots and lots of lessons plans outdoors, and it teaches you STEM education, photosynthesis, climate change, carbon capture, runoff, pollinator support, flowering plants, things that you can learn and enjoy with your children at home. And a lot of those lesson plans are at turfmud.com.
Well, you mentioned the family dog just a minute ago. What are the considerations for pets and outdoor fun and activities?
You bet. Remember, they're a member of the family. They're an extension of family. So if they're going to be outdoors when it's hot, maybe shade, maybe a water feature. Look, dogs can easily be trained to do their business in a particular spot. So create that spot, work with your dogs to find it. They love pathways, and they love to create a border perimeter. So again, if you've got a dog, try to understand if they're outside, it's like you being outside. Shade, water, turf grass is great. It's a nice place to play with the kids and the dogs. It's very tough, almost indestructible. But bear that in mind when planning.
Well, one of the topics that you're covering here really is near and dear to my heart, which is really using your backyard to do good. Let's talk about that.
Nature starts at your back door. If we all do our part, we can really, really benefit nature. Most of us live in a man-made space, and so animals, nature, have adapted to that. And so again, I said pollinator support. Those are flowering plants, and you can plant them so they flower throughout the year, especially if you're in a migratory pattern, because you're going to get certain insects, certain birds that come just during a particular time, and when they're here is when they need support. Bees need support really early in the spring, and so if you have low flowers in the yard, let them be, raise your mower height, but plant flowering plants for pollinator support. Use plants to hold your topsoil in place to prevent erosion and runoff. Also hold water in place for your bigger plants to drink. Big bushes, trees, drink slowly. Turf grass will help hold water on the site while filtering it. Remember, every plant is creating oxygen. Every plant is sequestering carbon. Those are the kinds of things we want to bear in mind. Remember, nature starts at your back door.
Chris, thank you so much for all these wonderful tips. It's always great to see you.
Thank you. Good to be with you.
And we'll have more lifestyles for you right after this message. Stay with us.